Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
Is anyone out there?
Another salesperson enduring the endless search. Exhausting. If you want to get right to the right conversations, you need LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Whether you're looking for new leads or strengthening existing relationships at your top accounts, get right to the right conversations with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Try LinkedIn Sales Navigator now with a free 60-day trial at linkedin.com/trial. That's linkedin.com/trial.
Terms and conditions apply!
Welcome to I Talk to Ghosts, the podcast where we light the candles, part the veil, and have a heart-to-heart chat about the metaphysical, the mystical, and the maybe just a little bit spooky. I'm Jennifer, your host and resident medium, and tonight I want to clear up a question I get asked all the time. What is the difference between a psychic and a medium? If you've ever wondered if they're the same thing, if one is stronger than the other, or if it's possible to be both, stay close. We're going to gently unravel it all in tonight's Spirit Parlor session. Let's start with psychics. A psychic is someone who can tune into the energy around a person, place, or situation. This ability often comes through their intuition or their clairsenses. Psychics might pick up on things like a person's emotions, their past experiences, current challenges, or potential future paths. In fact, psychics are often associated with predicting the future, offering glimpses into what might unfold based on the energy patterns they perceive. Now, one thing to really keep in mind here is that this doesn't mean the future is set in stone. More often, it's a reading of possibilities, like checking the weather forecast of your life. And a good psychic can help you make more aligned choices based on that forecast. They might say things like, I see a big opportunity around the autumn, or this relationship feels like it has some karmic weight to it. Proceed with awareness. Now, it's important to understand psychics aren't reading your mind. They're reading your energy. And that energy is always in motion, filled with potential and probability. Now, a medium, like me, also works with energy, but there's a key difference. A medium connects with the spirit world. A medium serves as a bit of a bridge between the living and those who have passed on. Spirits, guides, and sometimes other interdimensional beings can come through during a medium session. The goal is communication, validation, and healing. You might hear a medium say things like, your mother is with me and she's showing me a garden. She wants you to know that she's at peace. That's mediumship. Relaying direct messages from the other side. So, psychic is tuning into your energy, and a medium is connecting with spirit energy. So with that, there's something important to remember. You shouldn't seek out a medium for future predictions. That's not what, in general, mediumship is for. Spirits may offer loving guidance and encouragement. I definitely experience that all the time in my readings. But a medium's role is to pass along messages from those who have crossed over, not to forecast life events. And as a medium, my mindset is that I'm not in charge of what messages come through or even what spirit chooses to communicate that day. I really see myself as someone who loves being dedicated to serving spirit, and that means I don't get to call the shots. I am facilitating and creating the space for spirit to come through, but in no way do I even dictate what spirit does come through or what their message is that they want to say. There are times in a reading where I find it appropriate to ask if there was anyone else that my sitter was hoping to hear from that day. But for the most part, when I open the space for someone, I respect the order in which the spirits come through, and I really respect what messages and evidence that they want to convey. I often feel like the more open and a bit of a blank slate I can be, the better. Sometimes a reading can be all messages, and some readings are very heavy at showing me glimpses and sharing memories in their life with me. And that really helps identify the spirit to my sitter. And then the messages flow from there. And other times spirit is like, you know what? I don't want to waste time. I just want to say what I really feel needs to be said and communicated with this opportunity. And again, it's totally up to the spirit realm what the reading is going to be and what it's going to look like. To sum up, spirits may offer loving guidance and encouragement, but a medium's role is to pass along messages from those who have crossed over, not to forecast life events. I just felt like that was worth repeating. If you're looking for insight about what's ahead in life, that's where psychic, or even someone who considers themselves a psychic medium, comes in. Here's where it can get even more interesting. All mediums are psychic because they need that intuitive sensitivity to perceive energy, but not all psychics are mediums. Mediumship involves opening up to different frequencies, a different realm, and it takes a special kind of training, discipline, and sometimes a natural calling. So another way to think about it is, let's imagine two radio stations. One station is broadcasting your energy, your emotions, your story. That's the psychic frequency. The other is the spirit world calling in from the beyond. That's the mediumship station. Some people can tune into both. Others want to only access one or the other, or happen to have strengths in one or the other. So when you're looking to have a session with someone, it's good to know what you're hoping for. Want insight into your life path, your relationships, or your personal energy? A psychic can help with that. Want to connect with a loved one who has passed? That's where a medium steps in. And of course, there are beautiful overlaps. A psychic medium can weave both worlds together in a single session, offering you a reading that's both grounded in your energy and uplifted by spiritual messages. And this is often why I call myself a spirit medium. I tend to focus my readings solely on the spirit realm of things, and again, leave guidance and messages completely up to spirit. So I can't personally offer the results of a reading by calling myself a psychic because I'm not steering it in that way. I hope that makes sense. And no matter who you sit with, psychic, medium, or both, always remember this. You have free will. Nothing is ever set in stone. Your choices, your intentions, and your personal growth shape your path A reading may offer insight, direction, or healing, but you are creating your life with every step forward that you choose to take. The future is never something to fear or blindly await. It's something you help write, you co-create moment by moment. And before I close tonight's episode, let me remind you, we all have some psychic ability. It's part of being an energetic being. Intuition is real. Gut feelings are real. The more you pay attention to them, the stronger they become. And mediumship is a path, one that involves intention, training, and a deep sense of responsibility. For me, it was something that I discovered I had these gifts, and it just has always resonated with me ever since, and I can't imagine it not being a path of mine to cultivate. And yes, even that door can open for you if your soul feels called to it. So what do you think? Do you have your own thoughts on the definitions of what it is to be psychic and what it is to be a medium? And I would also love to hear any of your experiences meeting with either or your own abilities as well. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. You can leave a comment or email me at speaknow@italktoghosts.com. And I can't thank you enough for spending time with me in the Spirit Parlor tonight. If you've enjoyed this episode, consider sharing it with someone who may be musing about the same things. Join me this Friday for a new episode of I Talk to Ghosts. And remember, the unseen world is never very far away. Sometimes you just need to listen a little closer. Until next time, take care.
Stories have always been at the heart of who we are. Across every culture, humanity has passed down tales to share truth, to make sense of the unthinkable, to remember what must not be forgotten. At Macabrium, we continue that tradition. I'm your host, Derek, and every Sunday I bring you the segment Lore and Legends, covering dark oral histories, myths, and folklore told through captivating narrative storytelling. I give you the history, context, and cultural significance of the topic before diving right into an original narrative steeped faithfully in the tradition that inspired and often continues to inspire it. So, from tales firmly rooted in the supernatural on Sundays to meticulously researched true crime on our Tuesday segment, Macabrium delivers thoughtful, engaging episodes that keep you hooked until the very end. Follow Macabrium on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. I'll see you there.
Welcome to Brew Crime, a true crime and beer podcast.
This is a podcast where we pick a theme, cover a few cases, and pair them with craft beer.
Join me, Mike.
And me, JT.
As we explore the world of crime, conspiracies, or whatever catches our attention. You can find us on social media at Brewcrime or our website, brewcrime.com. And you can find us on any podcast app at Brewcrime Podcast.
Join us as we discuss the horrible crimes that surround us and maybe, definitely tip a bottle or two back as you do it. Drink with us the second and last Tuesday of every month.